Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is episode 3 of Know Your Author series, and today we have with us Papatia Feauxzar. She is a best-selling author, she has more than 20 books, and she is also a publisher. She is a mother and she has an online cafe also, it's called Fofky's. So let's know more about her from herself.
Yes. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have Papatia Feauxzar with us. She's an American author, she's a publisher. She holds a master's degree in accounting, and in May 2013 she founded Djarabi Kitabs publishing house. And in April 2017 she opened Fofky's. And she has written more than 20 books in different genres. So let's find out more from Papatia herself. And also, yeah, she has written for so many magazines, Sisters Magazine, and you have Khadija, and which one else? I think there's
Hayati
one.
Magazine.
Yes, I was forgetting.
Yeah, I'm an editor, online editor at Hayati Magazine.
Yes, Hayati Magazine. So, okay, let's. What do you want to tell us more about yourself?
Well, I love to drink tea. Yeah, there's a lot of things about me. I'm an auditor also, and I'm an editor. But I'm originally from West Africa, and I came to US about like 20 years ago, like 2002. So
Wow,
I came as a student, and I wanted to be a pharmacist actually, and I worked in the pharmacy for like 5 years. For
wow.
me, like every 4 or 5 years, I go through a change, like where I want to stay or move on. So after that, I moved to accounting. I really wanted to be a pharmacist, but that didn't pan out because they have that quotas on like how many international students they take. So I looked at it. I was very pragmatic about it. I was like, okay, do you want to keep applying to pharmacy school even though you know you're good, but you're not getting it because of order, or do you want to waste your time? Because I have a lot of friends who wasted their time trying to get into pharmacy school, and then when they got in, they decided it wasn't for them. So I was like, you know what? I need to be pragmatic. I need money right now to support myself, to support my family. So after like trying so long to get into pharmacy school, I thought, you know what, let me find do something else. And then I tried to go to business school. I was like, And when I applied to business school, it turns out I was very good with numbers actually. So they gave me scholarships, several scholarships. So I did accounting instead, and that and now I became, I became an accountant. So that was good. We planned it, I planned so I became an accountant that way. But I still
Yeah, I
love
think.
like science. I love science.
Yeah,
Still.
me too. I love mathematics, science. Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
I'm an engineer by
Chemistry.
profession, but I think
Exactly.
writing is my, my
Exactly.
passion. Yeah.
Writing is you cannot writing is like the base for a lot of things. As an accountant you read a lot. As a lawyer you read a lot. As a mathematic, it's like you have to read to understand to get the knowledge. So reading is like in everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And then it's not really like bizarre when people think that why are you
And
an
one more
accountant and a
question when
writer.
you are saying reading, how can you read 60, 70 books in any year?
I know
Sometimes
it's
I
like
think you
it's
read
not
it.
bizarre. For me, it's not bizarre that I'm an accountant and a writer because it goes hand in hand. We have to read
Yeah.
a lot of paperwork. Like right now, I'm an auditor. I have to read through so many court orders, so many paperwork, so many things to approve stuff. So it's like reading is actually part of accounting. It's part of a lot of fields, but people don't understand
And
that.
you have also now that, pace where you can read a lot. And
Exactly. So which is good.
yeah.
Reading actually calms me. That's what
Mm.
I like about reading. Calms me, it brings me to focus. That's the reason I like reading. Yeah, it's a hobby, but at the same time it's because it makes me so calm. So it's
True.
yeah, like
Yeah,
my
I know,
soul
I know.
it comes to
Because
peace.
the only
Uh-huh.
time I feel I'm more myself, I'm more alive, It's when I'm reading, because I am so present at that moment,
Yeah,
that
it's
okay,
like
I am alive, I am reading and I'm thinking, because otherwise I'm just on the autopilot mode for everything else.
yeah, it's like for people, for somebody else, for looking at you from outside, they see right? It's like a whole thing happening in that book. It's a whole word that you pulled into, that you talking to. It's like a one-way conversation with these characters. It's like, for example, we are characters of Allah, the creation of Allah, right? He hears us, but we don't hear him, but we know we're talking to him. It's the same thing with these books. Like, we're reading and talking to these characters. It's a one-way communication. I don't know. It's a one-way communication, audible communication, but it's the same thing. It's about the same thing. Like the way we communicate with Allah, we communicate the same way with these characters. So, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think I have to put too much fun into it.
So how was your childhood? How was Papatia as a child? Was she shy? Was she an extrovert?
Yeah, well, I was both. I was like, it depends. I'm a shy person.
Okay.
And it depends on the type of people that are around me. Sometimes I'm very, like, outgoing. But my majority of the time, I'm very shy. Like, I didn't get in trouble a lot when I was a kid. My brothers, my sisters, my cousin, they all got in trouble a lot. But me, I was very, like, very quiet. I'm always, thinking, always looking at people a little weird. No, not really weird, but I was always assessing people.
Yeah, you were observing.
Yeah, I'm very observant. I've always been like that, and I'm very, like, OCD type of deal. It's like my stuff is always in order, and so, like, if somebody goes through my stuff, I'll know because something is out of place. So I was very shy as a person. But, like, when I meet people who I feel comfortable with, I come alive, like, talking, and then I go back to my shelf again. That's the way out. So I can stay there, because it takes a lot of energy to talk to people, and a lot of energy. People don't realize that.
Yeah, okay. So we will go to the next question. What's your favorite book or books?
Oh gosh, I love so many books. If you ask me what kind of genre do you like, I'll tell you. My favorite genre is romance, and then young adult. But I don't have a favorite book. If I have to tell you, my favorite book would be Quran, not because I want to be cheesy, but because I love reading Quran 3 to 4 times a day. I love talking to Allah. It calms me too. That's another book that calms me, because I get anxiety quickly. Like, I get very stressed.
I have anxiety problems.
Yeah, sometimes I get a lot of anxiety for no reason. Or sometimes because I'm busy at work, because my work is very stressful. But when you read Quran, I would say, my heart becomes calm right away. Because one time, because I'm taking a Tajweed class right now, and then last semester when I was taking a Tajweed class, right now I'm taking one too. The teacher said something that actually made sense to me. She said that she analyzes dreams, and then like one of the famous dream analyzers from Islam said that somebody came to her and told her, "Hey, I had this dream that every time there was a fire, but every time I take a bit of a Quran and put it on top of it, the fire goes away." And then the analyzer told me, because every time you read Quran, your heart is at peace. That's what it means. Because he thought it was burning the page of the Quran. She said, no, it's not that. It's like every time you read Quran, your heart comes at peace. Like every time you feel so anxious.
It's like, something is burning and someone puts cold water on it,
Exactly.
That feeling.
It calms it. Exactly. So that's so cool. And I was like, oh, that makes sense, because every time I read it, I feel so much at peace. When I listen to it, I feel so much at peace. So Quran would be my favorite book. But if you tell that to some people, they'll tell you you're a bit too cheesy. It's not that. It's because it calms my anxiety. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
How about you?
So what is your favorite food and drink? For me, my books keep on changing, like the books which were my childhood favorite are no more my favorite. I see them now more with those feminist lens, that they were so bullying people or bullying women. So they keep on changing, and it's like every year I have new favorites, and then I go back. But yeah, as you said, Quran is the constant one. It's a constant one. And I like to reflect also a lot.
Sorry?
I like to reflect also a lot.
Oh, reflect. Yeah, me too.
And I
Thanks to
like
you.
to read more like soulful reflections from like poetry of
Mhm.
Rumi and all. They help me to connect more with the, I would
The
say,
soul. The
yeah,
soul. The soul. Yes, yeah, me too. I like self-help reflection because sometimes when you can't, like when you're quiet, it gives time to yourself to think. It gives time to listen to other voices that we can hear. You know what I'm saying? Get more
yeah.
insight on a lot of things. Yeah, so I like meditation, not just for this kind of like, peaceful thinking, reflective. I like to reflect too. Yeah.
So I was asking, what is your favorite food now and drink?
Yeah, I love African food. It's like I never understood why they call it soul food. Like, like actually, everybody has a soul food. Like every race, every time people have a soul food. And for a long time, I thought it was only black people. But when I look at people from other places of the world, I see that. Like I'm really happy. Like sometimes I'm like, I'll eat like American food or Turkish food for a while, and then weirdly something like my heart will be my soul will be craving my own food. So it's like that's why it's like your soul wants what he knows, what he
True.
grew up with. Yeah. So it's like I will always go back to my food, like the dishes, the smell, what I know, what I grew up with. So I love my food first and foremost, not because I want to discriminate, not that because that's what my school recognized, that's what I grew up eating. So I love my food first, and I'm adventurous in
Yeah.
having people's food. I love tea, I love coffee. And for some reason, I really love coffee and tea. But for some reason, lately, because of my energy goes keep going up and down, I rely heavily on coffee.
Mm.
And yeah, it's crazy. I rely heavily, but I have to do like decaf sometimes because if I don't do decaf, it messes up with my woman cycle. So, but yeah, coffee is very nice. I drink all the time, but usually it's tea. I go for tea because tea is more soothing. What about you?
I
What do
think
you
I
like?
like
Coffee,
all
tea?
hot drinks. So tea
Huh?
and coffee, yeah.
Yeah,
All
coffee.
hot drinks, tea
Oh,
or
yeah.
coffee. But yeah, I'm
Coffee.
trying to reduce also my coffee because it was getting too much and giving me a lot of anxiety, nervousness, not able to sleep well at night. So I've reduced it to two per day, coffee
Uh-huh.
cups, and then more tea or green tea or herbal teas.
The potato. Yes, 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 yes. That's good. So we have that in common. For sure. I'm still
Yeah.
drinking my morning coffee. Actually.
I left it in the kitchen.
Now I'm still drinking mine. I have to. I'm still trying to wake up. Even though I wake up very early, 3:30, 4 o'clock. I wake up, but like after the kid wakes up, like my son wakes up, I have to stay awake. So even though I'm doing my zinc and everything, I need coffee to my body to wake up. That's good. So what's
Yeah.
next?
Next is, what is fun time for you? What do you do when you have time to do some fun?
Oh, you know what I like? I like self care, like reading a book and grooming myself, pamper. I love to pamper myself. Like I love to do my own recipes, like for like a facial or like
Okay.
yeah, like put like soak my feet in something like very soothing, like
Mm.
bath salt and stuff like that. I like to relax. A fun time is like me time,
Yeah.
or just go to the mall and just look around. I like to just look around that stuff, just like get fresh air. Yeah, so fun time is usually my time. I spend time with the family. But fun time is usually like when I get to like do something that makes me happy. Eat
Yeah,
good
some me
food.
time.
Yeah, me time. Me time. Fun time is always me
Yeah.
time. Where I pamper myself. Where I'm like, okay, well, I want to spend something money on something expensive just for myself. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
work so hard. You need to like use
Yeah,
that
I mean, I can
enough.
imagine for you, like, mashallah, the amount of books you read per year, amount of books you write per year, and then you're publishing, and then you have a Fofky.
It keeps me busy. It keeps me
Yeah,
busy.
I think it keeps you very busy.
Yeah, that's a good thing because when you have so much time in your head, sometimes you waste your time. And I'm a planner. I'm always every morning if I don't write in my planner, it throws me off. And I also do it because as an we were going to be asked, what should you do with your time? In the next life, inshallah. So that's another motivation for me. Like, I try to account as an accountant. I try to account for everything I do during the day. So that's another thing. That's the reason
No,
I keep
that's
myself
really
busy.
amazing and
Yeah.
inspiring, mashallah.
Yeah, I try to like account for my
I
time.
wanted to get hands on your planner, but I couldn't. I don't
I'll
know.
send
I
you one.
was.
I'll send you one.
Thank you so
I'll give
much.
me your address. I'll send you one, inshallah. Yeah, it's I was looking for something like that. I just couldn't find it. You find this calendar where you put it on the wall, or something where the date is not on there. It's like just the Islamic date, but it's not the Gregorian date. We use both. You understand?
Mm.
We have a
Because
calendar,
I
not
have a
our
diary
calendar.
where I write,
Uh
and
huh.
then I need something which is a planner plus a diary, where I
Yeah.
can
See.
really put by day and even write for the further days what I have,
Yes.
in the.
Yeah, you can do that, but it's like I was looking for something where everything's combined. As an accountant, we got an accountant likes to consolidate things, put everything together, so it's in one place. You can focus. So that's the reason I did it. I was like, I want something where I don't have to have so many planners to go through, one for this, one for that. I want everything together so I can get everything and focus. Because it's another way for me to focus when everything is in one place. So that's what I will send you a show.
Thank you so much.
See you.
Okay, so another question now. So we are asking you that what was the turning point in your life when you thought of writing? When did it started that okay, you thought
Uh,
that
well, I wouldn't call this one a turning point, as I never turning point in my life. I come
when
from
was
a
your first novel published, I think. Let's go back to that point.
oh, okay, yeah, because I started thinking about writing when I was a teenager. Like because my father was a college professor, and my mom was a madrasa student. She does hair now, and now she's like a nurse. But like my family and my ancestors were people who actually like had like a lot of madrasa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a family. We been like Muslim for like centuries. We've been reading books. We've been around books, writing books for a long time. It's just that they did that in the countryside, in the villages. You understand?
Okay.
So I come already from like a long line of scholars and teachers and stuff like that. So for me, it was just following in the footstep. So something writing and reading books is not something new to me. So, but me, I wanted to author books when I was 15. That's when I started wanting to like, you know what, I actually want to write my own books because like back then in Africa, we read a lot of books, but like books about contemporary Muslim, you didn't find that a lot. It's like you find maybe one or two characters that just by the name you know the Muslim, but the faith, what they do, is not really like that stuff is very like glossed over. So I was like, I want to write a character like Muslim fiction, something about like like this book right here about like Muslim fiction. So it wasn't until I came to the US I had the opportunity to write that. Like I found a coworker who has her husband publish books for young people publish. It's like he works for an insurance company, but he does books publishing on the side. So that's how my coworker, introduced me to her husband, and then he helped me through publishing. And I've been doing that since because also at the time I wanted to quit my job when I had a kid. I thought it was a good idea actually at the time. That was a turning point. Thinking that leaving the workforce was gonna be good for me. But after like 2 or 3 years of doing that, I realized that it wasn't really, what I expected or what I wanted. So that's a real turning point in my life. Like that time where I was trying to figure out what I really wanted to do. If I wanted to be still alone, or with that. And it was very like a self-discovery process. I found myself in that area. I found more of Allah during that time. It was very humbling, very challenging, very hard financially because for going to a full-time job, a good paying job in the county, and trying to like go without it. Can you imagine how that's financial stress is? Even though you have somebody supporting
Mm.
you, it's hard. It's hard. So I was like, I don't feel complete. So I have to go back. Now I feel like, when somebody says I want to stay home, I'm like, yeah, you can stay home, but you need to think about it again. It's not what you expect you would be. I think a woman needs to be independent. She needs to have her own money. You know,
Yeah,
she needs to
I
juggle.
completely believe
Yeah,
and agree to it.
yeah, she needs to have be able to juggle family life, um, work life. You know, you have to do that for your own self, for your own self, so that you don't go crazy. Because staying
Yeah.
at home will make you go crazy as well. But you need your job. It's hard, but you need your job, your own money to be stay independent. You don't want to be always asking, hey, dear husband, I need $100. Hey, dear husband, I need this. You
Hmm.
went to school that far. It's like I went to school that far. I can't do that for myself. I don't, you don't
No,
really
no, I completely understand it,
understand.
and
Yeah,
I am similar in the thoughts that a
yeah,
woman has to be independent, have your own money, and
yeah.
and the society now in the West. I mean, I think it's so expensive here, and also in India and our African countries also, it's not possible anymore that one salary is enough for
It's
the
not
full
enough.
family. Yeah,
No, it's like the husband already has his family, his own problem, and you
yes,
too. A woman is expensive. A woman is not cheap. You know, can you imagine? So if you take your salary out of the pool, that's like it's a chunk of money you take out of it. And people don't want to talk about money, but money is important in a marriage. If you don't have that, it creates a lot of tension in a marriage. You know, so you need your own money and your own things to be able to do things that you don't have to, you don't have to go ask. You do that for yourself. And
yeah,
Islam are always promoted independent women. It's just that our um, cultures and families sometimes are a little patriarchal. They want men to do everything. But like, can you men pay your own salary?
yeah,
Cannot. Also, I mean, it's not like I'm not saying that important. It's just that if a man is making $50,000 and you're making 50 or $60,000 too, can he pay you that? No, he cannot. Realistically, you cannot. You cannot afford that woman. So
mm,
living on one salary is hard. No, realistic. You have to be real. Can a man pay you your salary if you stay home? He cannot. Actually, he cannot. Even if he wants to, he cannot because he
yeah,
has to be paying. Like he has to make six figures for you to stay home to do that. And if even with that, that's can be. It depends. Even if he's making six figures, he's very generous. you know, if he's very generous, oh yes, let's go. Even if he's not generous, I think he's feeling when a woman, is independent. Point.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
Period.
That's the thing that, okay, you don't have to really look at someone to give you something, that Allah
Yeah,
should only be your direct provider. That's
exactly.
it.
That was my dua for several years, and that happened. Alhamdulillah. Like I
Yeah,
just
for
want
me
to depend
also, I
on you.
always prayed that, that I should always be asking directly from you and
Yes.
not in
And I
between.
continue to say that dua. Like I just want to
Yeah.
depend on you.
Alhamdulillah, me too.
May
That's
I
why
have
I
a
think
person
we have
always.
so much connection, huh? We are
Yes,
soul
yes.
sisters.
Mashallah, mashallah. That's good.
Yes. And I also wanted to know, when did you realize that you should do publishing also? Like, I see you were writing, and you
Mm-hmm.
have written so many books. You were
Mm-hmm.
writing ebooks and paper print, but how did you realize that there is a need, or there is that niche for a publishing house or publications for Muslim fiction, and.
Yeah, because when I started writing, I already set up the company. The company was already set up so that my book would look presentable, you know. And but at the same time, when I publish, you have to know what you love for yourself. You have to love that for other people. And I noticed that there's a lot of writers in Roma. The problem is a lot of them cannot publish their books. And I was like, what is the point of you always sharing good news if other people cannot do the same thing? It's like always the attention is always on you. Oh, hey, look, I have a new book. Hey, look, I have a new book. It got very tiring too. But I was like, it's always about me sharing a new book. What about these people? Maybe I can help them. That's how we started. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm not gonna discriminate. I'm gonna help. But I also wanted to help a lot of black people, because a lot of them are struggling. But some of them came forward with the work, not a lot of them, and I had to pressure some of them to come.
Mhm.
Like, I shouldn't have to pressure you. You should want to publish your book. But alhamdulillah, I learned my lesson in that. Don't to push people. When you force certain things, people don't want them. People have to want it for themselves. And if they don't want it for themselves and you want to help them, it's going to blow up in your face. And that happened. blow up in the face, So now, I mean, I'm still gonna have people, but like if people don't want to publish my work, I'm not gonna push it, because I push a lot of people because I wanted their work out there because I know what they're going to. Like, this is beautiful, this is good. Why can't you publish it?
I am same like
Money,
you.
I'm
I
like,
have
this
a
is
friend
money.
and I'm pushing her to write her second book.
Exactly. So it was
I hope she
money.
watches this and she picks up and she start writing her second book.
For sure, that's good. Yeah, but
Yeah, sure.
probably she takes a lot of energy to know. Like all my energy is like I'm always like almost like running out of steam. So I'm asking her to give me more energy.
I think
Yeah,
we
I'm
should talk
running
more
out of
often
steam.
then. I will pep you up and you pep me up.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Yeah, because whenever I think of a publisher friend, I always think of you. I'm like, oh, I have a publisher friend. She is an author also.
Thank you.
You are really an inspiration for me,
Thank you.
And whenever I think of Dallas, I automatically it pins in my mind that you are there.
Inshallah, we meet. I want to go to Belgium. Inshallah, we meet.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I saw you on Sadia's website. Sadia Haq.
Yeah, she's my great friend. We
I
have
didn't know
met
you were.
also.
I didn't know you knew each other. So, that is
I
beautiful.
know
Yeah.
Sadia, and I think I know you through you because you
Oh,
were
really?
sharing
Oh.
those posts which were collab
Okay.
posts. Then I started following her blog, and then we became friends. And then when she came to, I think 2 years back to Rotterdam, I just took a day off and I took the train and I said, Sadia, I am going to meet you. And it was, I think, 1 hour window that she has to leave and I have to leave, but we made it happen that we met.
Her and me interacted for a long time before I saw her face. Like we just like soul workers or soul sisters for some reason. I really never saw her face for a long time. Like I think it was last year that I saw her face, and then when I saw a picture of you, I was like, oh, so it is a picture because I couldn't tell.
Yeah, but I think she was also keeping very low profile in the past because she has been doing some work. That could be risky, in Pakistan.
Yeah, it is risky.
It's risky. So, but now I think she's coming also more public, and she feels that the environment is better now.
Even me, it's like it took me a while to like let people see me.
I think it's very normal because we didn't know 5 years back how is the internet evolving, how is the social media evolving. What we know the threats it could pose us, as women. And then, now we see that it's more comfortable. There are now more policies to secure you, to protect you, for your rights also. So I think it's better now.
Yeah, it's better, I think, now. It was just like...
And imagine I started this show and, I mean, in the past, I could never think, that now I know that Zoom is the thing and everyone is connecting everyone online. And, I can do this thing. Yeah. Actually, it pushed everyone out of their comfort zone, this COVID.
Yeah, I think but push us in the digital age. It's like people want to take a baby step to go into the digital age. But like with COVID, because like everybody just push it, like you have to learn.
For me, it really pushed me. I had like an year of thinking that what should I do or what I'm doing with my life. I should really be, active and taking the control of my life and doing what I really wanted to do. And I really want to help all the authors also, of, diverse authors and everyone that they deserve more in the, limelight. I mean, there are people who are, as I talked to Rumki also, that they are bestsellers, but they're not necessarily the books are great. I mean, there are authors which are really, writing great, but somehow we need to read them more.
It's about marketing. It's about marketing and money. Like I said, if I'm an accountant, I could just print a lot of copies of my book and be a bestseller, But I can also take that money and invest in other people. You understand? So that's what I did. So like, I can be. I'm a bestseller already, but like, it's about money. If you have enough money to print enough books, you can become a bestseller. But at the same time, since we're in the home, we have to help each other. So you have to like, okay, do I need to, do I invest all that money in myself or do I invest it in the afterlife? For me, it's about, a lot of it is about the afterlife, It's about, like, my deeds here. what am I going to do? Invest in people so that I'm not going to be in the next life. It's more about the next life for me. A lot of things. Like my intention usually is about me. I don't just take um decision just because I want people to be like, oh, she's so nice. No, it's not that. I'm not doing that for just because I like you. A lot of people I don't like or who don't like me that I buy the books or carry the books. Like I say, sister Billa. It's for the sake of Allah. It's for the sake of Allah. So may Allah help us get along better, inshallah. Because life is about conflict everywhere.
Yeah, but I still feel that we need to do a lot in
Yes,
this
yes, yes.
field.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We need we
to
all
be
have to pitch
more
in.
active.
We all have to pitch in.
Yeah,
We all have to pitch
more
in.
active and more
What
people.
you're doing is
I think
great.
now people are also more open to read more diverse authors and books. I see a lot of bookstagrammers, they promote, they read and they write. So which is a good thing, I would say.
Yeah, what you're doing is great, subhanAllah, because we all need to pitch in to help each other. I do publishing, you have promoting, somebody help with something else. We all have to like pitch in because it's like
So
we don't do it for
if
ourselves.
you need something, just you know where I am.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm also now more active also, like like 2 years back, okay, I had a baby and all those things. You need your time. So now, yeah, mashallah, he's going to be 2. I have more time for myself.
He's so cute. He's like a little mini you.
Yeah, he definitely is a mini me, and he has started to get all those habits also, which maybe annoyed my mother, and now I can see them. But Allah puts you, on your face that, okay, you are like this.
My son is the same. Like, oh, he talks just like his mom. He acts like his mom. He does everything like his mom. And I'm like, no, he does certain things like you guys do. But yeah, it's like if I pick up on you when you're talking or when doing things, it's just scary sometimes.
But mashallah, I see my son, he is picking up books. He likes books. So likes to scribble, yeah.
Scribble, that's good.
Yeah, and at night he picks up my book and he wants to read. And then he goes to bed. And I'm like, okay, that's good.
That's good. Yeah, you have to give him the love of books at a young age. Like my father gave me the love of books. My father also actually, because my father read a lot of books. He went to Paris to get his PhD in psychology. So he studied over there in Paris, and then he went back home to teach university. So it's like he had a library, he read a lot of books. So all my brothers and sisters say I'm the only one in the family who got his love of books.
That's great, actually.
That's good.
It's a great starting point, actually. It's a great inspiration if you have a library at home, if you have one of the parents, or you see people around books and all.
Yeah. So but he donated his library to the community. That's good. Like my grandfather had a madrasa, so my mom, she used to read Quran with my grandfather. He had like over 100 students in his madrasa. So it's like she used to read. Like, so she actually reads, continue to read Quran right now. But anyway, that's what I details.
And also, if you want to read something from your book, let's talk about your latest book, the thriller, the accounting thriller.
Yeah, this one.
Yes, the certified accountant.
Yeah, this one is a crazy book, actually. I don't know. Some people ask me, oh, you wrote this book because
but I think you did accounting just to write this book.
Yeah, actually, I think that's another reason. This book is about Isata Wari. And Isata is not very religious, but she has a fitra already. She has a fitra. She knows there's Allah. But she's just a lazy believer. That's all she is. And she loves to get into trouble, and she has a lot of romances, but at the same time, because she's so knowledgeable in accounting, she wants to be like like a CEO or a CFO. But at the same time, people, it's like this happens in a lot of third world countries too. It's like people don't want to leave a position, and people who are smart getting out of college and sitting there and they don't have a job. But for Isabel, she has a job, and the thing is, she has not enough advancement opportunities for her, so she has to sit in the back seat. So now, because of that money, because she wants to make more money and travel, she becomes more like encouraged by one of her friends to go work with like bad people so she can make like a ton of money. So this is the thing. So like she does this and she gets into big trouble. how she's gonna get out of it, and so it becomes like a thriller, a lot of crime.
I'm excited to read your new book.
Inshallah, yeah.
I've
So
read
I can
many
read
of
something.
them, but my favorite is The Duck Winners.
Your doctor is, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I need to write book 3.
I loved it. I loved both
Yeah,
of
the
them.
doctrines, I had a lot of fun writing it. I had a dream about that actually. It's funny, that's how that came to be. I had a dream and I decided
You had a dream about Hanifa Duck Trainer?
Huh? Hanifa? Yeah,
Hanifa.
Yeah, I had a dream about Hanifa. It's like it was a weird dream. Like in my dream, there was a bully. And Silas was a bully in the dream. He was like asking people to bow to him. We don't do that in Islam. And I was like, what? I don't know. Do you? So I stood up to him. There's a lot of people in that dream. And they were like, oh, yeah. Because he kind of scared them. So they, they tried to follow his way. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So when I woke up, I was like, what a weird dream. So when I stood up to him, a lot of people like that. I was like, I think that's the story right there. So that's how that started. So I wrote about a book. I wrote book 2. Anyway, guys, it's a series. I want to turn it into a graphic novel, actually.
Yeah, I think that will be really good.
Yeah, I want to turn it into a graphic novel. Inshallah, I'll try to start working on book 3 this year, then try to
No, it's really nice. I really love that series.
Inshallah, inshallah. Yeah,
I will put it that book 3 is also in the pipeline.
Yeah. You know what? I can read a poem. Since I have a strong accent, I'm a little worried that you can see me, right? You can still see me.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I'm gonna read a poem. It's called The Writer. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. The Writer. The writer has the gift of vision. The writer sees the past. The writer lives the present. The writer imagines the future. The writer has a gift of vision. The writer listens to the unsung. The writer hears the voice from beyond. The writer has a discoverable link to all of them. The writer has a gift of vision. The writer doesn't treat the voices like little pets. The writer listens to the unheard ones. The writer has a gift of vision. The writer gives a spark to his scribes in dunya. The writer gets the gift of vision for him. The writer has a gift of vision.
Oh, mashallah, this is
Thank
so
you.
beautiful. This is so beautiful.
Thank you. I wrote this in 2016, and then Leila Asiba from Ink Publishing Resistance. I don't know if you know her. She read it and she wanted.
I think I'm following everyone.
Yeah, so she decided to publish it in Book and Loud. So if this one is published with a different publisher, I didn't publish it myself, even though it's on my blog. So I don't know if you want me to read more, or this is fine.
If you have another poem, why not?
No.
Okay, it's from a book.
I can read something if you want, but I think the poem is fine. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you will understand me.
Yeah, okay. And we can talk about your Fofkys and your books. They are available on which sites?
Yes. Yeah. So Fofky actually complements the publishing house, because since everything is online, I need a bookstore to support selling all of this. Even though I'm selling also on the publishing website, but Fofky is more as a support, because it gives you a box for all these goodies. I'm someone, like I said, I'm very shy, so I like stuff to come to my door sometimes, so I don't have to get out, take all my cookies, take my coffee, my tea, my facial, whatever, bath salt, even be cozy and read. So Fofky, that's what Fofky does. It gives you a sufficient box with your favorite book, like a book you want, you anticipate to read. The tea you want to drink with it, whatever. So Fofky is very supportive of the publishing house, and I do well with care packages or gifts compared to other things, like somebody passed away or somebody need like a little some TLC. I see that usually customer come from that, okay, hey, I have this friend over there, and that person is feeling down, or just want to make that person cheer up a little bit. Can you send them a care package? So this is where the strength of working comes from, where people like somebody just wanna make somebody else
Because
happy.
I was also thinking about Fofkys yesterday, and I thought, look, you were so advanced in terms that people will be locked in the houses for 1 year, and they will really need an online barista, and Fofkys.
Yeah. I had to like watch a lot of videos to like know how to do research myself. So I became a self-taught barista like that. I watched a lot of videos on YouTube, and I made myself like I became really good at making like coffee drinks. Oh, no, awesome! So
Yeah,
I
me
made
too.
like
I do
yeah,
that.
yeah, but yeah. So focus is just it's like a subscription thing or like a self-care thing. I love to have a good drink of my book. I love to have all this thing, and I know that a lot of people feel that way. Like we want to have like a little feel good box as they having the me time, the self time. Yeah,
I completely understand that self-care thing, that thing has to come as natural to everyone now. We
it
have
has to
to
come
start doing
naturally.
it until it becomes our habit to take care of
Yeah,
ourselves.
benefit yourself. Yeah, we have to take care of ourselves. If I don't do that, you lose it. Lose it
Nobody
because
will do as much as you do it for yourself. That's
yourself.
because you know
Exactly.
yourself best, you know what you
Mhm.
need at that moment.
Right, right. So that's the reason I love for kids because it's my place of comfort. It's my safe. So it's like I don't put on act. It's actually what I do over there. That's the reason I like it because it's like I don't have to like fake it for people. No, I'm not really that kind of person. It's what I do in my own lifestyle that I portray over there. I love books. I love to eat cookies. I love to eat snacks. Whenever I have to like take care of myself. Sometimes I buy stuff that's already made, to take care of paper myself. Or
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
I
yeah.
make it myself, I make my own recipes. So anyway, I hope that answers
That's
the
great
question.
to know. I mean, that mashallah, you're doing so many things to keep you busy. And I think it also reduce that
Really
mundane
stress.
thing that you get bored of one thing, then you switch to next one, and then you come back to it.
Yeah, life is a balance of. I mean, Islam is a balance with life, and
Yeah.
that's what I think this is.
That
You
you
know,
balance your writing, your home, your
exactly.
homeschooling the son
Homeschooling.
also.
Yeah, that gives you a little time to think to feel like you're unproductive. You're always doing something. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah,
So
mashallah, you're doing great. And
thank you. You too.
inshallah, there's a lot of success in coming in for sure, inshallah.
Oh,
And do you have a message for our readers, for your readers, for people who are watching this or who will watch it?
yeah, I feel like for writers, I feel like they they should need to be patient with it. Don't expect like to become a bestseller overnight. Becoming a bestseller is a little tricky. You don't become a bestseller overnight. If you want to be a bestseller, that's months and months of work in advance you have to put in. You have to put a lot of money into it. If you're ready to put that kind of money into it to print out this book, yeah, you're gonna be a bestseller. If you're gonna have to go, if you go to every store around the country, hey, my book is coming in a year. Um, this is what it's about. Can you take it? So you have to push your book to a lot of stores. It's a lot of like work. You have to put it in it. It's like people don't become bestseller overnight. No, no,
Yeah.
no. You have to put a lot of work into it. It's like they go out
Not
and
only in
hustle.
writing, actually, also in promoting the book. And
Yeah, they promote the book like
yeah,
months in advance, years in advance to get that. Like people think that when the book hits the shelf tomorrow, like the day they publish it is not the day they sell. They sell the books. So people need to get in that mentality that becoming a bestseller doesn't really mean anything, but it means something at the same time. It
yeah,
doesn't. Yeah, it means something. It means like, well, if you're a good writer, it means something. But at the same time, it can be rigged. So you have to be think of that too. So it's like there's good and bad become bestseller because you can manipulate it or it can be organic. Either way, you have to put a lot of promotion in it as a writer. So that's my advice to writer. You need to know that you have to go in with aware that this is not an easy thing. Just that doesn't this book came out and then it's not like
yeah.
everybody bought it. No, it's not an iPhone. That happens with iPhones. People will make line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with books or sort of movies, but with books you need to be like keep your expectation down a little bit. What else did you ask? Sorry.
No, I think that was all my questions
Okay,
this
okay.
time until you have your next book and we do for the next book.
Inshallah.
But thank you so much,
Thank
for
you for
taking out
inviting me.
time. It was
Mhm.
so nice.